Yo, what's up everybody? It's me, your host, MA of the Heat Blogspot. And guess what? Today is September 30th. And it's the NBA Finals first game. It's our Miami Heat versus the LA Lakers. Did you guys wake up? Did you guys wake up saying that? I hope you guys did. I can't wait. 9 p.m. on ABC. I just want to make like a little bit of a hype episode and get ourselves hyped up because I've been hyped up for days and I can't wait. Can't wait right now. I'm itching. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And ladies, if you guys have been riding through me since the beginning, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I mean, it has been a wild ride. I did not think I was going to be doing it for this long this season, but here we are now. It's crazy. And do me a favor, guys, real quick. Whatever you're listening on, whatever you're watching on, please hit that follow, hit that like, hit the subscribe. Hit me up on a comment. Hit me up on social, Facebook, Twitter. It's all good. I'm on email, heatblogspot@gmail.com. It's all good, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the help. Now, it's a little chilly here in Tampa Bay this morning, so that's why I have the beanie on. This is one of my favorite Heat beanies. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to rock the beanie today. And if we end up winning tonight, I might end up rocking the beanie every episode after this until the finals are over. Well, we'll see what happens. But, man, are you guys excited? Because I'm excited. Like, I am ready. I am hyped. It's been too many days now since our last Heat game because I've been spoiled with this bubble, with having games almost every other day, pretty much. But we are here. We are here, guys. The Heat are going to play the Lakers. I don't know how many times I've been saying that to myself, but you probably heard it so many times through the media and all these other outlets that, we get news from today. Jeez. It's awesome. I just want to take an episode to just, really, really think about our team and this series. I think that last episode, I was probably a little too much in the hype train a little bit, but I did speak about some stuff, and I just want to kind of continue this conversation. I was hoping to have a guest. My guest was going to be my brother, and we couldn't find a time to really connect, and other people as well that I've reached out to. Unfortunately, things just didn't align the right way. It is what it is, but it doesn't mean we can't have an episode. So, now, this series is going to be one for the ages. I mean, it's September, guys, and we're talking about the NBA Finals. I'm wearing a beanie during the NBA Finals. It's usually in June, in the summer. And let's first, again, take time to appreciate this, really, and how hard our team worked to get here, how hard it was to get here, through all the adversity, the longest season known to man in NBA history. The first time the finals are being played in October, and it's a lot of stuff going on. Exactly a year from today, was the Heat's media day for this season. Exactly 1 year, 365 days has passed since the media gathered at AAA Arena and started asking questions and taking pictures of the Heat and hyping up the season ahead of us. And a year later, we're still talking about the season, and we're in the NBA Finals, guys. And it's awesome. It's awesome. Now, in the last episode, I did tell you my 3 keys to the series, and I still stick to them. Number 1 is defense, keeping them out the paint, forcing them to shoot, forcing the role players to really be more than they have been. AD and LeBron are AD and LeBron. I don't think we can do a lot to stop them 100%. They're going to get their points. We just got to make it harder for them. We just got to make it different than they've seen before. Now, point number 2, on offense, we got to shoot. I mean, we need to shoot lights out, guys. Lights out. 3-pointers have to go in consistently. We need to continue to attack the basket too, and that's what's going to create better shots and great shots because we get to swing the ball around. We attack the basket, swing it to the outline, find the open man, hit the open 3. We need to continue to do that and do it very well. And any games where we do that very well, I have no doubt in my mind that we're either going to win or we're going to blow out the game. And when I say by win and blow out, I mean we're going to both win those games, but the win will be a very tough competed, game. And then if we're just going off and they're not going off, they're flat, then it's going to be a blowout, which is perfectly fine with all of us, right? And then now, the final key, Coach Spo. Coach Spo is going against Frank Vogel of the Lakers. Frank Vogel of the Lakers has never won a series against Coach Spo, and he's faced him 3 times in the final, in the Eastern Conference Finals, pretty much all the time, with his Pacers team. When we had LeBron and we had Chris Bosh, Spo took him out every time. Spo is going to be he's been into every finals with the Heat, just like Udonis Haslem. Give it up to those 2 guys. Haslem and Spo, have been through every championship the Heat have been through. So our coach has championship experience up the woo-wah, all right? Now, how many coaches in the NBA that are active can you say have been to the finals at least 6 times? Yeah, exactly. Not very much. So, Coach Spo, his mind is so important to this series because he's coached their best player. He's coached LeBron James. Okay? He's taken out Frank Vogel numerous times and knows how to coach against them. He's played against Jason Kidd, who's their assistant coach. We played against Rajon Rondo. We played against all of those guys that have been to the finals. We pretty much played almost all of them in important settings. So I think Coach Spo's experience is going to be key to this because he's going to figure out different ways to bother his team. Again, these are the 2 best teams, guys. 2 best teams that made it out of here. And I agree that out of the bubble and the season, I really do think we're watching the 2 best teams. Miami was the most consistent, hardworking team this season. Simple as that. It could have been the Bucks, but they didn't show up in the bubble. We took care of business. We knocked them out. All right? Celtics, probably, or another team that was very consistent, but they never took the next step. And we did. We took the next step. The Raptors just tried to keep it alive. Very valiant. I got to give it to them. They tried very hard to repeat and get to the finals. But unfortunately, you can see the talent drop off. But very well coached team. In the West, Clippers never got it together. Blazers never got it together. And who else? The Nuggets are just unfortunately young and they put themselves in 3 big holes in the 3rd hole they couldn't get out of. The Rockets were the Rockets. And, whatever. It is what it is. And the Lakers, fortunately, they had their sights set. They built a team to get to the finals. They worked hard. They have a good leader in LeBron. And now they're there. So the 2 best teams are here. But I honestly think the Heat are the best team, guys. We have the best team. After LeBron and AD, when you put all the players from both rosters in a list, and then you go, okay, who are the best players in this series? 100%, I'm not going to deny it. LeBron and AD are probably 1 and 2. 100%. Well, the next 6 slots are Heat players. Jimmy, Bam, Tyler, Duncan, Dragic, Jay, and then probably Rajon Rondo after that. Or somewhere in that, maybe. But everybody else is ours. It's our squad. Our Heat team. That's huge. So really what we're watching, what we're going to be watching, is a great team versus 2 superstars. And how those role players for those superstars help them win. We don't rely on our superstars. Like we don't 100% say that this is going to be their game plan and this is what happens. Our game plan is involved to get everybody in our team active and engaged in our game plan. And anyone could go off. Anyone can go off for us. But the Lakers, they focus on LeBron and they focus on AD. They make sure that they get their points and they're getting off. That's all it is. That's all it is. And that's why I really believe we can win this. I want the Heat to win this because it just continues to prove the trend that great teams built with time and internally and sprinkled in a little bit of outside help, a little bit of luck, create dynasties, create great teams to watch. Now, let's use some examples, right? The 04 Pistons have been saying a lot. We look like them. We're gonna play at that. This whole series now mimics that. 04 Pistons went against the Lakers where they had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaq, Kobe, dropping things left and right now. They just had a squad full of veterans ready to go to the finals and ready to win a ring. And the Pistons were the scrappy underdog team with people that no one really thought that they were that good. They were good, but not great. But you put them together, you put the right plan around them, put the right coach in front of them, and it all came together and they beat that Lakers team. And very, very easily. There wasn't much of a battle there. There were some times in that series where the games are going back and forth. But after a while, the better team took control, which was the Pistons, and they won. Look at the Spurs dynasty. Guys, those Spurs dynasties consistently had Duncan, Manu, Tony, and then people who've come into that system. David Robinson was there for the first two. Kawhi was there for the last couple. And they brought in, good young players and developed players and made them a dynasty, made them tough to win. And then, unfortunately, Kawhi left, and that kind of ruined their whole plan and their mojo of what they were doing over there. It just shows, look at the Warriors recently. The Warriors had Draymond, have Draymond, Clay, and Steph, those three main guys who were drafted by them and built by them, and came up by them. And then you add KD, and you add a little bit of sprinkles, Iggy, you add this, and that's their team. And that's how I see our team. Some people will disagree with and say that we're not internally built. But you see, we got here. The reason we got Jimmy Butler, the reason we got Jay Crowder, the reason we got Iggy is because we did internally build. We traded our internally pieces that we were building, that we knew that were going to be good pieces, to get better pieces, to make sure it complements what our team is actually doing right now and fighting for a championship. 100%. We traded Justice Winslow and Dion Waiters and James Johnson. Those three guys, we made them, No one knew James Johnson 100% who he was until he joined the Heat. Dion Waiters was having an up and down career until he joined the Heat, and then he messed it up again. But he had a great year with us, and he was turning heads. Justice Winslow, we drafted him, remolded him. He had some good seasons, he had some injury-prone seasons, but we built him, and we still saw the potential in him. We still thought him and Jimmy on defense was great to watch. That was going to be a hard lineup to get through, whoever you are, whatever team you are in this league. That's a tough defensive matchup. So we traded those pieces for those guys. We kept going. We kept going this whole time. We just built this thing. So I don't, some people would disagree, but I see it as that. We're building. We got Tyler Hero, rookie. We got Kendrick Nunn, rookie. We got KO, who I think we made him a better player. I think we developed our whole roster to be better, though. That's what I mean by internally. Like, we didn't just go like, hey, come over here because you're already good. The only two people I can say that about is Jay and Iggy. I think Dragic got better in Miami. He was good, but now he's like really good. Like, he's really consistent. He wasn't as consistent as he is now. Yeah, he got All-NBA third team 1 year with the Phoenix or the Rockets. I forgot which team it was. And he had a great season, but that was one out of how many, before the Heat. So, and he became an all-star with the Heat. So guys, honestly, this will solidify that the best teams, the best championships, the best champions are built internally, are built with time, and built with care and everything. Like, this Lakers team was put together overnight just for this moment. So they know that time is running out. Like, this is their time to win because they're only going to get older. Rajon Rondo's getting older. Danny Green's getting older. JaVale McGee's getting older. Dwight Howard's getting older. All these guys are getting older. They traded their youth. The only young guy they have is Kyle Kuzma and Alex Caruso, but Caruso ain't going to be an all-star, guys. I don't care about the hype train. I don't even like his game. I don't get what people like about him. I don't see it. I mean, he's athletic. He has his moments, just like any other role player, but he doesn't do anything special out of the ordinary that any other role player can do or does, So that team feels the heat, where our team is just, we know we're building something, but I think our team is hungrier to start this in the right way. That's why we got to the finals, because we just want to prove everybody wrong, and we just want to prove to people that it's not about superstars. It's not about that. The Heat already proved that too. When you think about it, the LeBron, the big 3 years, I mean, restarted this trend. Restarted the Kawhi Leonard trend, getting traded to Toronto and leaving, and Paul George doing his thing. The Heat started that trend. We kept a lot of cap space. We prayed that they will come, and they came, and we went to the finals 4 times and won 2 championships. Then pretty much every other team wanted to follow that trend except for the Warriors. And the Warriors kept at it. They only added KD and little pieces here and there. But the core was what they built internally. And they won. They won numerous. The Warriors built internally, and they went as far as they did, honestly. So I think I want the Heat to win more because I want the game of basketball to still, be played right. I don't want shortcuts to happen and all these other things. It just like asterisks pretty much. You put asterisks next to it. 06 was an asterisk, for us. That was our first championship, but that team was like built for like this team, like the Lakers team. It was just add superstars, a couple of young guns, one young gun or two, and everybody else is just a veteran that's hungry for a championship, and you put them out there and they work hard to win a championship. But then 07, we didn't even get out the first round. We lost to the damn Bulls. Like it was terrible. And that's what's going to happen with this Lakers team. Like this Lakers team knows that this is just, they're just time is against them. So I want the Heat to win so bad. And JJ Redick said this and everything, but you know what? I don't care. If you guys just start listening to me, please go back. Please listen, because everything that everyone's saying about the Heat, like they're this and that, and they hope, and they're a good team, and blah, blah, blah. Guys, I've been saying this since the beginning of the bubble when I started this podcast / vlog. I've been saying this, guys, so please don't say it hasn't been said, because I've said this, okay? And, it just sucks that I'm not more areas, not more popular, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, everything that people are saying now, everyone that's paying attention now, and is saying these things, and who knows, they probably listened to my shit and then they copied me, and then they said, fuck it, I'm more popular, they're going to know it's me, not him. And, who knows, I don't know, man, it's a crazy year. We live in 2020, I don't doubt anything. There's trolls fucking everywhere. So, guys, honestly, like, we're building something for the future. We have a 19-year-old rookie going off. We have fucking Bam Adebayo that's on his 3rd year in his career, but going to his 4th, and he's fighting for the finals, and he might be finals MVP. Like, that's how good he is, and that's how important it is to his team, that if we actually win the finals, I have no doubt in my mind that it will most likely be Bam as our finals MVP, because he has to stop AD. Honestly, Bam, probably number 1 responsibility, or number 2, because number 1 is probably running the offense, is trying to slow down AD and trying to make it very hard for him at times. I think we're going to start Crowder still, and I think Crowder is still going to be the first assignment on AD. But later in the game, when it gets tougher and we got bigger moments, I think Bam's going to be switching. And then Crowder's a big enough guy, moves his feet well enough, has really good hands, that he can probably stay around JaVale and Dwight Howard. It's just going to take a lot out of him. So that means our bench needs to come up big, guys. Like, honestly, whoever comes off in our bench needs to come and correct. Needs to come and play big with confidence, because it's going to be a team effort, guys. If we win, it's a team effort. Team championship. I hope to God we get that. I really do. And it's just better that way. It's just cleaner, and it solidifies that we have a future. Like, this isn't the end of the road, This isn't like 06, It's also like even the Big 3 era. I don't know about you guys, but I always knew that LeBron was on borrowed time. I didn't think he was ever going to end his career in Miami, unfortunately. As much as we all wish and would have liked it, right? That would have been awesome. But honestly, I never thought that, because he's LeBron. He left his home to come to Miami. Why wouldn't he leave Miami to go somewhere else? Like, once you leave home to do something, like, you're pretty much open to do anything, honestly. If you never left home, then you kind of know why. If you have left home before for a career, for school, whatever, you kind of realize you got this chip off your shoulder, and you're ready to do pretty much whatever you want when it comes to life and locations, or where it takes you. You're not really that scared anymore. You're not really that invested, because you realize that you can start over, you can build something else, and there's new experiences and there's new things. And even though home is home, there's other things in life. There's more to life than just the same thing over and over again. So I never thought he was gonna stay. But I mean, I really want to beat this team because, I mean, I'll say it too. LeBron's on that team, and I want to beat LeBron so bad. Like, I do. Like, as much as I respect LeBron, I have his jersey. I have his Heat jersey, the all black with white, the white outline, but it's pretty much all black. The blackout jerseys, I have that. And if we weren't playing the Lakers, I probably will be wearing that jersey for every game in the finals. But because we're playing the Lakers, I'm not doing it. I'm not jinxing it. I'm not crazy. But, you know, I can't. It's gonna be sweet to beat him, because we taught him how to be a champion, and I want to beat that guy. I want him to know that, you know, you left a good situation. You know, hypothetically, if he would have stayed with Miami, guys, we're so good at finding undrafted gems and late round gems and second round gems. And, you know, look at Josh Richardson. Look at all these guys. We traded Josh Richardson. That's another thing. You know, going back to that point with the roster and everything and how we built internally, we traded Josh Richardson, who we drafted and built to be a great player, to get Jimmy Butler. That's what I'm saying. Like, we built this team internally. So fuck everybody who says it doesn't. I'm just going to say it like that. Fuck everybody. But, man, this is big. This is huge for the game of basketball. This is huge because it could change a lot of things for the league. It could change a lot of ways that teams think about it. Because if you're a GM, you have to reflect and go, what's better? Is it better to just, you know, do what the Sixers do and, you know, fight for, you know, not even fight, just play for the number 1 pick and number 2 pick and number 3 pick and hope that through time you get enough good young players and they come up on themselves and they win? Or you're gonna save enough cap space that for that 1 year that Giannis is open or LeBron's gonna be a free agent or Kawhi's gonna be a free agent, and you're gonna go for that guy and sign him, and then hope that, you know, he brings championship pedigree to your franchise and you can win possibly a NBA championship? Or are you gonna do a little bit of everything, but most importantly, focused on your organization, focus on your culture, produce an environment that players want to go to and want to be a part of, to be something bigger than themselves? That's the biggest thing about this Heat organization that I love, that players learn to be more than themselves. They are taught that they are great, that they have skills that no other person has, but they're also taught that you can use that as a team to win something bigger, and you can grow to be more than what you thought you were. And that's awesome. And I really want that to grow. And I really want that, because I think, like, I like soccer, but I don't like American soccer, because American soccer is unorganized and it sucks and it's boring to fucking watch. If you're a soccer fan, I'm sorry, but there's more moments of me falling asleep than more moments of me smiling going, damn, that was a good move. When you go to Europe, you go to these teams in Europe, they built cultures and clubs and, you know, societies, basically communities that are built so kids and everybody's from the ground up are taught, you know, this culture, and people are ingrained in it, and then they just live it, they love it, and they take those learnings and they become great football players. And, you know, I'm gonna say it like that, the footballers, it's football for there, not soccer, you know. It's amazing. I love it that they have academies, and they take in young kids, basically, that, you know, are growing and want to be football players, and then they put them through programs through their whole career basically, since they were kids, and build them. And I feel like that's what we do, but to an extent, because now we're using the G League. So I hope the NBA does evolve to something like that. I think the game of basketball in America, in the world, will benefit so much if we put a system like that, where these NBA teams have academies and they can use their G League team to bring those young players up and And forget the whole college thing, guys. Like, I hate the whole, like, I see why college is exciting. You go to that school and then you got pride. I get it. I went to I went to college. I got my degree. I went to those games. I worked in college sports. You know, it's fun. Like, I get it. Like, there's so much pride and everything. But like, unfortunately, the business side of stuff is ugly. Like, I hate that. Like, the game days and stuff, the cool stuff that everyone sees, that's awesome. But the business side, sometimes it just makes my skin crawl because, you know, some things aren't, you know, always clean as you like, you know, or as clean as you thought it was when you were growing up, you know, and then you realize, oh, wait, this is how the world works, you know, and that's scary and that's whatever. But, like, I think doing this can have a lot of NBA teams see that how important it is to build something from the ground up and take pride in it and hold on to it and use that to fuel your franchise for years to come. You know, fuel your fan base, build your fan base up, fuel your community up, you know, your city, and get that feeling just ingrained in. I think Miami has done such a good job of getting the city of Miami, getting how most of the population is down there, and building a culture that resonates with the population of Miami. And they do a great job at that, because most people that I know in South Florida, Miami, are hard workers that came from, you know, places that no one thought we were going to do anything. And here we are now, and some have houses, some have cars, some have businesses, some have this, some have that, and it's awesome. And that's what we take pride in, and we take pride in that. Look, you know, like me, I went out of there, I didn't know what was going to happen, got my degree, started working in sports, and now I'm doing this, and this is awesome. You know, I don't get paid for it, but fuck it, this is what I do, and until the next one, you know, and I'm proud of it. I like it, you know, I love it actually. So it's just something that I really hope franchise of the NBA and the league itself just start to promote, because the stars sell. You know, everyone knows that, but we need to start changing the image of our league and how basketball is played and how, you know, games are won. You know, and I really want this to work out, and I think that us winning the championship will really force teams to start their own culture. More teams than most, I think, will do it. You know, it's just something I really want to see. You know, I think it's exactly how sports should be. You know, when you involve leagues and stuff and money and private. You know, if you're gonna ask taxpayers to fund stadiums, I mean, you need to invest in them. You need to then tell them that we got your back, and invest in their kids, and invest in that community, and build training facilities and build opportunities for the community to thrive in this organization that you felt like can help the community. Well, you know, let them help you too. You know, you never know. You might find the next MJ, the next LeBron, the next KD, the next Tyler, the next Jimmy Butler, the next Bam in those teams. You know, it's just grueling right now. The system of basketball, the AAU ball, all that stuff is grueling. It's money fed. It's money driven. It's very ugly. It's an ugly system. And if you guys don't know, then do some research, because, you know, even NBA players such as Kobe before he passed away, and legends were saying, like, you know, they don't agree with it. They don't like it. They don't, you know, look at the G League. They're making a team just for high school prospects leaving high school, going to college years. They can't go to the NBA because the NBA has a rule that you have to be 1 year removed from high school, graduating. But the G League now is like, okay, you don't want to go to college, come get paid to join the G League, play for 1 year, and then you're eligible for the draft. Or you can go to anywhere else over the world. You know, LaMelo Ball has been everywhere, and all this other stuff. And you know, it's opportunity for these kids to use their talents and not be sucked into a money-driven system. Hey, go choose a big school like Duke or whatever, or Kentucky, and make sure you're the face of that to make them a bunch of money. And then you're not going to get a percent of it, and then you're going to go to the NBA and you'll get your money. Like, that's bullshit. Like, that's modern day slavery to me, and I don't agree with it at all. And it's sickening. Though I will say, like, smaller schools, D2, D1, the schools that don't get recognized, the ones that are not on ESPN, those schools do a great job for kids that are in athletics, student athletes. I won't take that away from them. You know, they do care about the kids. Kids are first, education's first, sports second. And I commend you guys. You know, what I really am saying is that the talented players, the players that you really know can take their talents to the pro level, they shouldn't be forced into systems like that just so other people can benefit and use money. And I think us, the Heat, winning will change that, because our team is built by players not in through that system, not made. Is not the stars. They weren't the high school top 10 prospect that everyone was watching their whole year and everything. And we have a team that I think we can build for years. Jimmy Butler's gonna be here for years. Tyler Hero can be here for years. Bam can be here for years. Kendrick Nunn can be here for years. Duncan Robinson can be here for years. DJ can be here for years. And then Chris Silva's coming up. I think Chris Silva is going to be a good player. Watch. KZ Okpala, I'm telling you, I have a gut feeling that he's going to be the next one that really comes up and shows some skills. You know, Kyle Alexander, I think he might have a little bit in him. He can shoot a little bit and everything. You watch some highlights of these guys in high school and stuff, in college. There's a skill in there, and we are so good at taking these gems, taking these diamonds and cutting out the rust and cleaning the dirt and polishing them up, and then we make them look nice and shiny. Like, honestly, guys, we have a really good system. We have a great team, and I really, 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 really want the Heat to win so bad. Oh, God. There's a lot, guys. There's a lot here, you know, just proving so many people wrong. And making the game of basketball about pure skill and teamwork and all about the right things in life, you know, integrity, you know, hard work, togetherness, just all the things that, you know, in life you need, the building blocks to make things right and feel good and last forever. Like, that's what we're doing, you know, like those championships we won, those were quick Band-Aid championships. The championship we can win right now can create a dynasty for us. We can finally have a dynasty. Because the Heat, the Big Three wasn't a dynasty. That was a period. You know, 06, that was a one-off. Lakers, Spurs dominated the 2000s. You know, they dominated it. And in the 2010s, the Warriors dominated it. The Spurs still dominated it, you know. We were a footnote trying to dethrone these teams because we didn't take the time to build it, really, or we didn't, whatever, it is what it is, we just didn't do it. But now we're doing it again. Like, that's what I love about this team. Like, we keep creating new trends in a sense. So, like, I think we can create this trend to be even firmer than it's been placed. And you know, like, there is the Spurs, like I said, there's the Spurs or the Warriors, there's other teams that have come up and done this. But I think the Heat doing it can really, really put a big mark on the NBA and be like, look, this is how you do it, guys. Like, this is how it should be done. This is how you build teams and win championships. So, man, I really hope so. I don't know. Like, I really do hope so that it happens. I just can't tell you if it's going to happen or not. Man, it's awesome. Here we go, guys. Here we go. 9 p.m. tonight on ABC, Game 1. And I misspoke on the last episode. Just to let you guys know, Friday is 9 p.m. as well, but Sunday is at 7:30 p.m., not 4:30 like I said. Then there's Tuesday's Game 4, and let's say necessary there's Game 5. Game 5 will actually be played next Friday at 9, and then Sunday again if there's a Game 6, which would be at 7:30, and then if there's a Game 7 Tuesday, the following next Tuesday will be Game 7 at 9 o'clock. Just so you guys know, just so you guys don't blame me if I got you in the wrong time and you missed a game, you know, or like you went too early to TV. So, oh man, guys, this is crazy. Like, I hope you guys are hyped. I'm so hyped. I mean, we have the tools, guys. We have the versatility. We have the shooting. We have everything we need. You know, the biggest thing, like I said, is a coach. I think we got the right coach to take this team down. And it's going to be... And don't get down on yourself, guys. Whatever happens tonight, whatever happens, win or lose, it's a long series. This series is going 6 to 7 games. No doubt in my mind. Like, don't falter. Don't waver. 6 to 7 games. The Heat are going to take this series. The Heat will. I mean, the best team has to win. A better team has to win. We just have to. We just have to. We just have to come up big at moments, you know, and we have been doing that. And that's another reason why I think, and this is gonna be my last point of this episode, is that when you look at the runs, you know, I think the Heat had bigger moments. I think the Heat had bigger challenges than the Lakers. And I think the Lakers a lot of times have, you know, played bad or had to pull something off their ass. Like that AD game winner was nice. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, last second, here we go. But they had to do that to win, or they would have been tied 1-1. Who knows how that series would have ended if that shot didn't go down and the series was tied 1-1 after 2 games. It could have been a totally different series. You know, they played the Rockets, who the Rockets just don't play defense. Like, anyone really think the Rockets are going to be that good? No. You know, like 7-game series, can you shoot lights out for 7 games in a row? No. Like, I think time and time again proves that those things don't work, you know. And the Blazers just didn't come correct they were injury prone early, and it just didn't come together for them. And I think we just played the best, the hardest matchups, the harder series. We had the harder tests, and we're here now. I think we are ready. I think we have the right players. We have clutch players. We have shooters. We have defenders. We have size. We do have size. It's just that, do we need the size for our game plan? Do we need to go big to match up with the Lakers? I don't know. I think game 1 is going to shed some light on that. Maybe we do. Maybe we don't. We'll see. But I still think we have the personnel to take down this team. Guys, I really do. I really do. I mean, just think about it. Like, they don't have great shooters, guys. We just need to force them to shoot. Force them to shoot that ball, and we're going to be more than fine. More than fine. And then second to that is rebounding. I guess the wild card stat key, whatever you want to call it, about the series is rebounding. I think the rebounding winners of each game will most likely be the winner of each game. So whoever is leading in rebounds will win the game. Is pretty much what I'm saying. I think that's going to be a wild card, and we'll see if I'm proving that within the games 1 and 2. If games 1 and 2, whoever wins the rebound battle wins the game, then that shows you that's a key stat that people need to pay attention to in this series. If not, whatever. So, man, guys, I'm telling you, like, I think we're there. I think we're here, and I think we have a championship team. I really do think we do. But all right, guys, I know this was a long episode. If anything you have in the background, you're just listening, so that's cool too. Or you're just watching in the background. We are a few hours away. Locally, for me, it's 12 p.m. Yep, so I got 9 hours till the game. So here we go, guys. 9 hours. Make sure you wear your black. United in black, guys. Wear your black. Right now I'm wearing a black Batman shirt because Batman's cool. My favorite DC character. And then, wearing my black Heat beanie. Ready to go, guys. I'm wearing Heat shorts. I won't show you that. And I got my hats ready. I got everything ready. Ready to go. And I hope you guys are too. Let's go, Heat. Let's go. All right, guys. That's my episode. Real quick, again, whatever you're listening on, whatever you're watching, please do me a favor and follow, like, subscribe. Hit me up with a comment. Let me know how everything's going. Email me at heatblogspot@gmail.com. Hit me up on social, Facebook or Twitter at heatblogspot. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Here